Service dogs are getting support for some pretty important work.
The training facility is making sure that they are prepared to help veterans and first responders heal, and that facility opens up next week. Our Shayla Reaves taking us inside for a sneak peek at some of this training. Because Shayla, I remember when we first interviewed these folks and they were talking about how exciting it was to open this up, and now the day is here.
Well, the open house is actually happening next week. Then they officially open to the public the following week, a few days, and on November the 6th. But certainly, this is an exciting time for the spot, and important work is happening right here inside this building. I'm here with head trainer Mike Boehmer. Mike, just to know that you're going to be helping veterans heal, what does that mean to you, veterans and first responders?
It means everything. It's kind of one of these things where they've given so much of themselves, time away from their family, and served our countries and our community. Now it's our turn to kind of give back to them and say thank you, and here's your gift. And
so right now we're looking at Annie here. Annie is with Riley. They've been paired up for about 3 years or so. What are some of the skills that dogs like Annie will be learning inside here?
So we start first on obedience. We hammer home that obedience. We want great obedience out of these dogs. Something that the handler and the dog feel very comfortable in understanding that what is expected of them. And then every dog after that will have a service, and that service is very specific to that person that they're with, and it all depends on what they need, what they want, and how they need to operate with their daily life. And then we'll get that dog to learn everything about them and help them out through life.
And so you've got a large training room, and then you've also got another room that kind of looks like a kitchen where they can learn everything from if maybe someone needs help getting pills or medication off the counter. You train the dog to specifically help with what that person needs.
Yep. They can open up our cupboard doors, our oven doors if we want to teach them that. Also the refrigerator doors, and then be able to retrieve those items from the cabinets or the refrigerator or pill bottle, like you said, and give it to their purse. And then we have a lounge or kind of like a living room setup. That dog can go deliver that piece of item to that handler and understand their job that way.
All right, important work. So give us the rundown of the dates that are coming up. So you've got an open house first.
Yeah, open house November 1st from 3 to 5 p.m. And then our opening to the public will be November 6th at 6:30 in the morning.
All right, bright and early. Maybe not so bright
not so
yet,
bright, yeah.
but definitely early. Thank you so much, Mike. I'm here right now with Riley and Sergeant Annie. Riley and Sergeant Annie have been together for about 3 years. And Riley, you were telling me Sergeant Annie has been a very important piece of your healing journey as a veteran yourself.
Yes, absolutely. I owe everything to Sergeant Annie. So she's been a life changer for sure.
And for you, you said the wounds have been invisible, but they're wounds that have really impacted your independence. You've been able to get some of that independence back just through the relationship that you've been able to build with Sergeant Annie.
Yeah, yep. So I have a lot of invisible wounds that are debilitating, but with Sergeant Annie's help, we're able to be independent, be able to just go out and live life a whole lot more.
And what's so special now is now that you've been able to overcome some of the anxiety and some of the things that held you back, you're an assistant trainer here at the spot, and now you're taking what you've learned and the things that you've overcome, and you're training dogs and trying to help others heal too. What does it mean to you to be in the role that you're in and the work that you're doing now?
Oh, it means everything. I mean, to be in a role where I can give back is so empowering, and to be able to build a community, build that partnership with everyone that we train. There's just nothing like it. It can be really isolating to have anxiety, to have depression, to have PTS. And it's really easy to just live in a little shell. So to be able to be in a position where I can help empower people to empower themselves with the canine help there's just nothing like it.
And talk about some of the training that happens here for dogs like Annie. You'd focus not just on the dog, but the relationship between the dog and the person.
So we start out with a lot of basic obedience training, and then as they progress, we can really learn how the people tick, how the dogs tick, and how to help facilitate an even stronger relationship between the two. And in doing that, then the person can get more help from the dog as well, right? The dog can be cued in on different things that the people might be doing when they don't even realize it, which will in turn help them more down the road.
And even for you, you said sometimes it's just how you move your fingers. Your dog is cued in and trained to realize, hey, my person is feeling anxiety.
Yeah, so Annie does an interruption task where subconsciously when my anxiety gets to a certain level, I pick at the sides of my fingers. And so Annie is cued in to be able to stop that and interrupt that, which helps me break the cycle of what I was perpetuating to. So for anyone with anxiety, when you have little tics that you do whether you realize it or not, so we can cue the dogs in to help stop the tic, but then also it helps break your mindset to what you were, about to go to.
Yeah. Such important work happening here at the spot, and trainers just like Riley here and others that we've met throughout the morning are making sure when veterans, first responders walk in the door that they're walking into a place where people understand the place from which they started, and they're here to help them heal, and they're pairing them with service dogs that are being trained to help them be successful when they walk out the door. So some important dates to remember: they're going to have an open house on November the 1st. That's from 3 to 5, open to the public. Then on November the 6th, that is, of course, the big opening day for the public, 6 a.m. So everyone can come out, really participate in all the activities that are happening here at the spot. So important days that you'll want to keep in mind as we look ahead. Guys, I'll send it back to you there in the studio.
Such a great program.
Yeah, dogs are so smart and so helpful. All right, Shayla, thank you.